Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. Before the video starts, I just want to apologize for the terrible lighting and the fact that I look like this. I was going to be going to bed and then I realized I haven't filmed a YouTube video this month. And I wasn't going to have time this weekend, and then I'm probably going to be busy next week, so filming at 11 o'clock it is. And the lighting is bad because I don't really have an excuse. It just is, and I can't really fix it. You'd think as a film student, I'd be better at that. You'd be wrong. Um, but this video is just going to be, I guess, a bit of a life update, bit of a random chat, and just kind of me yelling into the void because why else does the internet exist? But yeah, I guess. Also, if my microphone like cuts out, I haven't charged it, so I might just end up holding this microphone and look like an idiot for part of the video. But that's besides the point. That's happened before, I think. I don't have my handy dandy notebook this time, but I do have a little. Well, you can't even see what I've written on it, but a little. What does this even be called? Flashcard? Yeah, of points that I want to mention because this is my second time filming this. Because the first one, oh my god, it just went completely over the rails, and I started talking in circles. Anyway, I mean, I'm already doing that now, but we will get right into actually talking about life updates. So, I guess overall life updates is obviously I am officially a month into uni, which is insane. It doesn't feel like that much time has gone by, but also it feels like I've been here forever. A little bit confusing on that. I so for a bit of like I guess context, I am doing a film, TV, and theatre production course. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you where, but yes, I'm going into the creative industry, which, as someone pointed out in my last video, it's like in this economy with AI on the rise. Like, yeah, no, I'm aware where I have I'm aware of my errors or my interesting life choices. I am sticking with them up until they fail me. But yes. Also, quick aside, I say way too much and I don't know how to stop doing it. You guys are just gonna have to deal with that till I figure that out. But yes, I'm so aware of it now. That's gonna drive me insane for the whole video. I might have to do a counter for it. But on the subject of like actually starting university, I wanted to go over sort of how I've been finding the course and everything I've been doing, what I've sort of found to be the uni experience, I guess, in just my first month, the social elements, and also just other life updates that I can throw in at the same time. Uh, for a little bit of, I guess, context, not context. There's a word I'm looking for that I can't think of. But my uni that I'm at is a lot smaller than typical universities. So, for example, on my course, like the actual, sorry, the actual film, TV, and theatre course that I am on, there's only 30 students, including myself, which, from everything I've gathered, is insanely small compared to other universities. And there's a police car outside. It's great. There are way too many sirens at this time of night, all the time, for the size of the town I live in. Yes, no, there's only 30 students on my course, and within that, we've been split into two groups. So we're actually in two groups of 15. It's a tiny amount of people for what it is. I'll talk more about the people in a second, but the course itself that I'm on is okay, I'm going to say for now. Obviously, it's only first year and it's only first month. As of right now, we have been focusing majority on the film aspect of everything, which is not my background. My background is in theatre, but luckily, a lot of my theatre knowledge does transfer quite well to film and TV in terms of just sort of general health and safety, kind of making things work. The actual technical aspects of using a camera, how the lighting works, is a bit different. Obviously, cameras don't really come into theatre, so having to learn that, and when we eventually get onto editing, will be whole new territory for me. But so far, having used like being taught how to use a camera for the first time is quite exciting, even if the actual lectures can be a little bit dull because I know a fair amount of stuff already. Um, but for the most part, I'd say it's been good, if also a little chaotic, because sometimes it seems like not everything's been organized very well. But that's just me being fussy because I like things to be done in precise and very specific ways, which I'm aware the world does not work that way. So that is a me problem. What else have I got? Of course. Oh, the general area that I'm in has also been a little bit of an issue for me to get used to, because the area I'm now in is incredibly flat, and I'm used to lots of hills. Like, I lived on the middle of a hill, and I know that sounds like such a nitpicky thing to say, but the terrain changing is so weird and not something I ever thought would be a problem for me. Also, like, the area I'm in just seems rather more dull than I'm used to, which again sounds incredibly mean. And I am aware it's only the first month, so I am still settling in. But it has been a learning curve, I think. Before I go any further, it has been a learning curve. And I know online typically you see people starting new things, starting new at university, and it looks amazing. It seems like they make friends so quickly, or they're enjoying the course from day one. Social media is obviously very filtered. A lot of my stuff is obviously very filtered. There's lots of things that I might do differently in real life or I might do differently online. And I am hoping to be just a bit more honest with you guys than usual in this video, purely because I know when I'm looking online and I keep seeing everyone enjoying their university, enjoying their first few weeks, it's making me feel like I'm the problem or like I'm doing something wrong. So I just wanted to sort of come online and be like, hey, if you're not having a great first month, that's fine too. But back to actually what I was talking about. For the most part, I am enjoying just having a bigger room than usual. I'm very lucky in the fact that I'm an only child, so I've always had my own room at home. But this one is a lot bigger. I have my own kitchen area sort of to the side. If you see where can I say? Oh, there we go. See where these photo bits are, sort of past them. God, I can't. I'm like trying to operate my arm with the camera. It's really confusing me. Past that way is where my kitchen is. Right behind me is my bed, where the light is. Ta-da! I'll actually show you guys my Halloween decorations in a little bit. But yes, having to cook for myself is bad. I'm actually give myself a burn already on my hand that you can see. But no, I'm enjoying the how should I say, being my own person a bit more. I was already my own person, but I do like being completely in control of everything I'm doing, I suppose. Like I said, I already sort of did have that, and I am an only child, so I'm used to having my own space. But having my own space outside of the house that I grew up in has been quite exciting because I don't know, it just feels a lot more like I am my own person. But that has also come with its own difficulties of obviously I have a chronic condition, so it's been quite terrifying of, oh my god, where's my support network? But I am obviously, as I've demonstrated there, I'm trying to look for the positives in all of this. One area that has been difficult with the positives, so I'll be honest, is the social aspect. I am an incredibly introverted and anxious person. I know I spend my time talking to a camera, but if you were to say hello to me in real life, I I I refer to myself as an open book in a restricted section of a library. I will not give you any information about myself unless you talk to me first, which can be a bit challenging when going to a school where a fair amount of people do already know each other from college. I'd also just like to quickly say that I'm not going to be talking too much about the actual people on my course because it's only the first month, and I don't think it's fair for me to necessarily say, oh, they're this or they're that. And also because if any of you are watching this video, I don't want you to get the wrong perception of me because I'm pretty neutral on all of you. There are a few of you that I've spoken to a bit more than others, and that's kind of all I can say. For the most part, I think it's been a bit difficult just for me saying hi to people because of my introversion. I have managed to make at least one friend on my course properly, which is very nice. We spend most of our time together, which is very helpful. And also, she's been able to help me with a lot of the tech side of everything because when it comes to technology and uploading Word documents, I am about as helpful as an 85-year-old grandmother. I also have sort of made a friend on a different course as well, which is good. But for the most part, I am still rather isolated, which has been an issue through a lot of my life, but is something that, fingers crossed, won't continue too much, but has been difficult. There's also the fact that personally I don't drink either. I don't drink for a variety of different reasons. But unfortunately, a lot of the freshers event in the first week did have alcohol as like a central theme, which meant that I wasn't able to go to like 90% of them, which did unfortunately hinder a lot of my chances to even just introduce myself to people. Obviously, when the courses started, I should have also done a better job. But actually going out and meeting people, especially during the first month when a lot of people still, you know, as is fair, continued to go out drinking and partying, which makes a lot of sense because, you're young, you want to have fun, can be quite difficult as someone who does not drink. So I'm currently trying to find other ways to meet people. So if you are like me and you are introverted and shy or you don't drink, try and come up with a plan B of if freshers maybe doesn't cater to that quite as well. Just try and think of something. I'm currently trying to look into the societies that are at the university that I'm at, so that could be a good idea for you guys. Um, anyway, I think that's like I said. I'm not going to go too in depth into uni just as well in case people from my uni are watching, and then that would be incredibly awkward in lesson because I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I talk and I say things incorrectly, and I don't want that to come back to bite me in the butt in real life. But I guess other life updates on a slightly more positive tone, hopefully, maybe, is I got to see Robert Sean Leonard in real life. I got to actually meet one of my favorite actors in real life. Oh my god. Um we're going back to September. It's currently October 23rd when I'm filming this, but we're going back to September. Um yeah, no, I got to go see Interview with Robert Sean Leonard and Peyton Hughes in London, which was insane. My dad very kindly took me down to London to go watch it on its final day. It was, I will admit, it was an interesting day because in earlier that day I'd found out that my granddad had passed away, which was a variety of mixed emotions. But to bring the positive from that day, I met one of my favorite actors, and it is genuinely, that is a memory I will treasure for the rest of my life. So that's a positive that I suppose has happened. And then yesterday, I went with one of my friends to the cinema to watch the new Black Phone film, which I've seen a lot of mixed reviews about online. Some people are like it's so bad, but I love that franchise. Genuinely, one of the first assignments we had at uni was to write what our top 10 films are, and The Black Phone was one of my top 10 films sort of that I've ever seen. What that says about me, I don't know, but I just love that franchise, and genuinely I love the second film. Obviously I've only seen it once, but I've already pre-ordered it on DVD because I'm simple, I guess. I like what I like. But no, it's great. I really enjoyed it, and if you get the chance to watch it, then I highly recommend it because it's a bit of fun. It's not necessarily the scariest film ever, but it's just a bit of fun. What else have I been doing recently? What else have I written down? It's kind of all I've written down. Um, very helpful. I know this video isn't like the longest thing on the planet, but to be fair to me, it is 11 o'clock at night and I was not prepared to film a video. And I'm kind of doing this because I was like, oh my god, I forgot to film a video for October. Um, oh, I will say though, actually, because of how this month has gone, it has made me realize that filming might be a bit more difficult than usual. Mainly because what is happening in my life is much more private than I would typically want to share. So I don't necessarily want to be sharing all my university project with you guys. Not because I don't think you would find it interesting, but because I don't know if I'd be comfortable doing that. And also, there's not a lot more I can really be doing at the moment, considering what is going on in my life. So it might just end up being that I end up doing more life update style videos, but I don't know if that'd be overly interesting for you guys. So it might just be that I don't make videos for a while. It might be that they kind of change. It depends. I'm not 100% certain yet, but I don't know. I just kind of wanted to make sure I had a video for this month, as boring as it might be. Um, give a little bit of perspective about what's been going on in my life, and maybe just kind of share that, hey, university, the first couple months, it's not always going to look like how it does online. with everyone getting on straight away. And that's fine because it's a learning curve. And obviously, in a couple months, I don't know, some people might have left. I might have left. I might have stayed. Who knows? I guess we'll find out when it gets to 2026, which, oh my god, saying that is terrifying because that's so close. Anyway, I'm going to go to bed actually because tomorrow we have actors reading through the scripts we made. I actually do have my first script that I've ever written printed out here, which I'm not going to show you guys. But yeah, no, I'm terrified because it means that people need to hear the work that I've written out loud in an actual performance space, which, oh my god, my anxiety is insanely high. But no, I need to go to bed, otherwise my anxiety will be too high tomorrow for that. Yes, no, I know this video has been a bit all over the place, not necessarily the most clear, but I hope you have enjoyed it nonetheless. And I will see you in the next one, whenever that may end up being. But until then, take care of yourselves and see you in the next one. Bye. Also, I just quickly wanted to show you guys my pitiful Halloween decorations. I got some fake candles because we're not allowed real ones. Got these little plushies, I guess, little ghosty, little pumpkin. I do have a bat one over there, but it's by some photos with my family in that I don't really want to put on the internet because I haven't asked their permission. So yeah, fake candles, fake flowers, because I could not take care of a real one. I will be entirely honest. I can hardly take care of myself. Little haunted house. It's meant to light up, but I don't have the correct batteries. Little ghosty that I also don't have the right batteries for, and a light up pumpkin. But yeah, that's just my really sad attempt at making it spooky for spooky month.